Oh. Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm a white guy. I think I can rap, but I don't really know. My friends all have their own thoughts about my music stylings. I tell them, check the filings in my cabinet to get my thoughts on this shit. My name's Kid Rock, and I liked hanging in a boxcar with my friends Greg and Don. What's up?
Get the fuck out of our boxcar, you fucking weirdo.
It would really be great if you did. Neither of us invited you in here, and I don't know why you decided to start doing that weird singy song rap thing.
Well, I don't know why.
Oh, get out!
Sorry, I'm not coming back here anymore.
Leave!
Good Lord.
Fucking weirdo. Who let him in?
I honestly thought it was Jose, the guy who was going to come help me get this boxcar up on wheels. And I didn't see him bring the guitar out. I didn't see him, practicing the vocals.
That was a terrible guitar. It sounded like some dude just going boom.
Well, you can't control somebody else's quality of instrument.
That's true.
It just is how it is. But hi, thank you for joining us. I'm Don.
I'm Greg.
And we are the Boxcar Buddies. That was Kid Rock, I guess.
That was old man hip hop.
Yeah, I'd say that was kid denial rock. Like he's definitely middle aged. He was not young.
Inner child rock.
Yeah, not youthful at all, and definitely past his prime of the career. So hopefully he won't ever come back. But sometimes that's what happens. We meet in a boxcar. Greg and I do every week, and we just like to see how we're both doing, try and catch up on some content, some snacks, some stories of our lives, just to forget about the fact that we're both unfortunately homeless and jobless and without a lot of prospects in life. But we do get visits from randos like inner child rock,
age crisis rock,
inner kid rock. That's what we'll call them, inner kid. Yeah, so we'll get visits like that, and it's kind of fun. But anyway, we did find a boxcar this week. I brought one.
Thank you again this week, Don.
Yeah, it was my pleasure. I went out to this trailer park in southern Illinois, around Carbondale. It was a few, it was like 10 to 20 miles outside of it. But I found a trailer park, and they had this weird turtle van shaped boxcar kind of a thing. You see that the walls are a little bit curved. And it's kind of like a long egg, You ever see one of those things?
I don't think I've ever seen a tube-shaped egg. They probably exist. And
they do.
It probably hurts for the chicken.
Yeah, I hope it's well, chickens go through a lot of bad stuff just so that we can have some nuggets, and it's harsh. It's harsh. If ever an eloquent chicken comes up and starts to voice their struggles, I think we're going to have a lot to answer for. Definitely.
You know what? I'm waiting for the first chicken president to make his
distinguish
way
themselves,
or herself into American politics.
Of course. Run for clucking office, I guess. Anyway, we also, now that we're settled, and Greg and I have
warmed up, we've
a little bit.
I brought us some blankies.
Yes, you did.
I got us a couple snuggies from the Walgreens on State.
Yeah, State and Randolph. For sure.
That one.
And, mine's blue. Greg's is red. And mine is not as crusty as you'd think, coming from
me. Are you saying that I make things crusty?
You have a habit of leaving stains and your mark on things, which, if it's a fabric
How
of some
will I
kind,
ever find it again? I roam a lot.
Yeah, you do.
And I've got a good old sniffer. Mm-hmm. So when I know that something's mine around, there it is.
Follow that schnoz.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Now, I think the problem is my Snuggie was for kids, and it's Snuggie is very snug.
Grossly undersized. I mean, that is like, it's ripped all along the back, right? I mean, it's like, it's a dark shade of red, and there's like this streak of moonlight just peeking through the back. It's like ivory streaks hitting the back of the box.
Where's the ebony, though?
Not in here.
Oh.
No.
Of course not.
No, I mean, it'd be cool if Ebony came by, but I
haven't seen him in years.
No, he hasn't been here in quite some time.
He
So
travels.
He could if that's his prerogative. Door's open. Actually, the door is open. Let me go ahead.
Yeah, please close it. Thank God.
I don't know why that was drafty.
Whew.
Yeah. So anyway,
Still very cold here in the city of brotherly love.
Yeah. Is that Chicago?
Oh no, that's
Broad
Philadelphia.
shoulders. Yeah. We're in Chicago right now, which is.
But I'm from Philadelphia. So.
Yes, and that city is the city of brotherly love, which I feel like is kind of a misnomer because Philly seems like a rough town.
Yeah, it's not very loving. It's I'd say it's more like brotherly thug.
Yeah.
Where everyone wants to beat up each other. Well, not really, because no one wants to really like throw down. They just want to yell at each other a bunch.
Oh yeah, vent, little frustration.
Like you
venting.
just hear guys from like their windowsills and like the 3-story old buildings just going, "Fuck you! Hey, fuck you! Fuck you!"
Wow. And they say wooder instead of water, right?
Sometimes? Yeah, some nice Rita's Wooder Ice.
What is that?
Rita's?
Yeah.
Rita's is a Wooder Ice.
What are you saying?
It's Wooder Ice.
Stop! It's not making it any clearer.
It's you get Wooder that is flavored,
which to be clear is water. Flavored water.
No, it's Wooder. It's usually flavored cherry or blueberry or yellow. And it's put into a little cup with a bunch of ice.
So a snow cone is what you're saying.
No, it's a Wooder Ice.
This is a snow cone.
It is not.
It's just an
there's no cone
to call it.
There's no cone.
Well,
it's a
is
Wooder
it in
Ice.
a cone-shaped cup when you get it?
No, it's in a cup. There's no such thing as a cone-shaped cup. That makes no sense. It loses its cupness when it becomes a cone because you can't place it.
Not true.
You can't place
You just have to hold it. You just have to hold it. You walk around holding it with your family.
What's the point of doing that when you can get a bunch of Wooder Ice and you put it in your freezer and it stays there?
When you say that, it makes me think of like water filled with wood shavings. Like just
it's not. It's
wood
water.
Splinters just littering a lake of water, and it's just you always get stabbed with them if you go swimming. That's what I think of as Wooder Ice. Okay, well, anyway.
Well, I'm sorry that,
nice.
You're uncultured shit.
And
you don't understand.
I haven't been there.
The fabric genius of Wooder Ice.
I don't think I'd be able to try it.
Because it's not shaved ice. It's closer to ice cream.
It's unkempt.
But it's not ice cream. It's Wooder Ice.
Okay. I can't hear that word anymore. It's sort of
what, Wooder?
Just the whole thing.
What are you so bothered about? Is it the way I say Wooder?
I think it is. That's the thing.
That's offensive.
It is fun to learn about the locale of another city.
We have lots of hobbies. We like to go to the movies.
Is that really how they say it there?
You want to see a movie? Want to see a movie? Why? I saw this movie once.
Why in the world how would that form? How would that dialect thing form even?
Because like the Philly accent is just a bunch of mushmouth where everything just becomes one word. I feel like you've noticed it with me where I sound like I'm slurring, like I'm drunk.
Kind of.
I'm not drunk.
Yeah.
In fact, I've been clean and sober for a long time.
I know.
It's very hard for me to get my hands on alcohol.
It was better for both of us just to call it quits because, with next morning, you're itching, you're scratching, you're looking for the fix. It's just no good.
I can't stop eating the bottle. It's openers. I just can't.
True, that was your problem. You were just chomping on those bottle openers. But you've got those really sharp and strong teeth. So,
yeah, I've been filing them down lately. Check this out.
Yeah, those are like all fangs. Yeah. It's pretty frightening, I have to tell you.
It's easy to rip into flesh. This is very hard for me to cook actual like meat.
So you've just been going raw?
Just bite down into it.
I suppose that is a nice benefit of having teeth like that. That's pretty...
I'm just proving Darwinism is real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want humans to start having sharp teeth. I think it'd be cool.
It would be I suppose it'd be functionally nice. Just to if ripping into
the smiles are cool too. Check it out.
Threatening is really more the word I would use to describe that smile. Probably
No
why
way.
Probably part of why you make
Listen,
so many enemies. It looks more like
I've been so good lately,
it looks
though.
like you're baring your teeth, like a threatening gesture of
What did
dominance.
you say?
Okay, all right, we're good. We're good. Anyway, so now that we're here, we're settled a little bit. We don't have any snacks particularly this week, but maybe we can rustle some stuff up after. But anyway,
I can hunt us down something.
yeah. Okay, cool. Because I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it's been a few days at least since I've eaten, and I'm kind of
Running on
weak.
fumes.
Yeah, I'm weak with hunger.
How's that spine of yours doing?
Here, you tell me.
Yep,
Can you see it still
it's
through
still
the
protruding?
through the midsection? Mm-hmm. It's a sexy look, right?
No.
Machinist all over again. I love it.
Yeah, because that's what every girl wants. She just wants that
Spine through the stomach.
She wants that rib cage to poke and prod.
I like that you can see like the nobules. I want to get to the point of like each little epicenter of my vertebrae to pop through my stomach.
I want to grab the skin around my rib cage and just stretch it and be like, wow, this could be filled with muscle and fat.
It could be, yeah, but it's not.
Something to protect my innards from.
Yeah, and then you just start twanging on it and making little fun noises.
You just play xylophone on it.
Beep, 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 beep. But anyway, now that we're here, Greg, what have you been up to this week, content wise?
Well, Donald, when I left the Walgreens getting those Snuggies for us, I noticed that there was a fancy little red box right next to the Walgreens.
Red box, that video dispensing
Yeah,
thing?
it's these boxes full of videos. It's like Blockbuster, but in front of drugstores
in a vending
and nowhere
machine.
else.
Yeah, and no angry cashier.
But get this, it was unlocked and left open.
Whoa.
So I'm like, oh.
Just enticing you?
Yeah, so I go over, and I'm digging around through the CDs, when all of a sudden I notice that the Redbox guy is coming.
Ooh.
So I suck in my gut a little bit, and I make myself into a H shape.
Wow. Folded
And-
into a human H?
Yeah, just hoping that he would ignore me, and he would, go on his way, and then I could walk away. Sure enough, he closes me in, locks me inside, and I'm stuck in a Redbox for 2 days.
Oh, my. As a human H.
As a human H.
Which, by the way, was also your wrestling name when you were in high school, right?
All I used to do was just jump off of the
Turnbuckles.
sides,
Yeah.
with just arms up in the air, legs crossed, and just body slam right on top of people.
Yeah.
Like, I am the human H!
Yeah. I know. There's still videos of that. It's pretty...
I've left my mark all over the city. If you've seen those big H's, that's probably me.
Right, and also, again, that smell a little bit funky and with the fabric that's stiffened from some kind of fluid. Yeah.
Some kind of scent is left over.
But
Well, I'm in this
stuck
red
in the
box.
red box,
I'm
yeah.
stuck in the red box, and this sucks. I didn't know what to make of myself. But it turns out that those little computer touchscreen things, on the opposite side, there's a fully functioning PlayStation 4.
whoa,
Working
no
in
way! That is really
And
convenient.
thankfully, in my right hand, as I was closing in there, I fondle around, and I find a controller.
What?
So I can one-hand video games.
So on the inside of Redbox machines, there's a functioning PS4
Yep,
on the
just sitting
reverse
there,
side of the touch screen.
ready for you.
That is interesting to know.
It is fascinating how red boxes work. The inner mechanisms of a red box is fascinating.
If only I could turn into a human H so that I could find out that sort of a thing.
I kind of wish it turned into like a Fantastic Mr. Beast things where like it opens up and it leads you downstairs into like this world where you just see like Godfather and all these other like famous movies just chilling around. Like, hey, I'm Skyfall. You want to watch Skyfall with me?
All right, so yeah, so you're playing the PlayStation with one hand.
I'm playing the PlayStation with one hand. There's already a game loaded into it because I can't really move any of my other limbs. I'm kind of stuck where I am. But
Right.
my face is right against the computer screen so I can actually watch the video game.
Nice.
And I load it up, and what I'm playing is Yakuza 0. Yakuza.
0.
Yeah, so this is a prequel to the Yakuza series, which is a long-running PlayStation exclusive series made by Sega, the boys who made that Sonic.
Sega.
And it is about this is a prequel to the rest of the Yakuza series. I've never played any of the Yakuza games before. This was my first time getting into it, and thankfully the latest one, Zero, is a prequel. So I didn't have to know any prior knowledge into going to this. So it's
nice.
a brand new, fresh experience. I don't know how to perfectly describe this game because it's a lot of things. It's a crime drama about two separate major characters in the series who are out of their Yakuza like rings, like the circles of families that they work for different reasons. The one character who's like the main character of the overall series, named Kazuma, is trying to clear his adopted father's name, who is like a major head in his gang that he works for. And then the other guy you play as is Goro Majima. I fucking love this guy.
Yeah.
He is a really well-known, like, ruthless gang member who defied his boss's rules 4 years ago. So they tortured him for a year.
Damn.
And they forced him to get a job and make like 500 million yen within a year.
Damn.
So he becomes a nightclub manager. And his story is about trying to get back into his circle doing terrible things. So money laundering, like drug smuggling.
Right.
And eventually he's called upon to do a hit.
Ooh.
And that stuff is really fascinating because both characters are really, really likable. Like, Cosmo is like the straight-laced, like, yeah, he's a gang member, but he's got kind of a heart of gold to him, so he doesn't like it when people abuse their power. He likes honor, but he's still a criminal, so he's
Right.
like, I'm going to take that money. You're
Right.
in our territory. Don't fuck around with our call girls.
Right.
And Goro has to put on this facade of being like, I'm a manager at this nightclub. People treat me like shit, so I gotta act like, I'm hoity-toity. But as soon as he walks out of the front door, he's just like, fuck yeah!
Nice. Like the Philadelphia guys.
Pretty much. So the main gameplay is, it's a brawler. It's a beat-em-up game. So you'll just roam the streets and you'll run into, like, opposing Yakuza members and you just fight them. And it's really fun combat. It's usually like 1 on 4 or 5 enemies. And you can switch between, with both of the characters, like 3 different fighting styles. Cosmo's is pretty normal. It's like, you got boxing style where you're really fast and you do duck and weaves. You've got like Street Fighter style where you
Combos.
and
Kicking, swirling.
yeah. And then his third style is called Beast, where you specialize in picking up objects in the area and beating the shit out of enemies.
Nice.
Goro is fucking great. He's got his normal style called Thug, where he's just an asshole and you play dirty tricks to enemies. So you can poke out their eyes.
Right.
Do like back chokes.
Kick them in the nuts.
Break their limbs. Kick them in the nuts.
Nice.
His second style is called Slugger. And he pulls out a baseball bat that cannot be broken.
Oh, yeah.
And he just jumps around doing like these heavy swings and shit.
Yeah!
His third one is so fucking good. It's breakdancing.
Oh, yeah!
And he just does these flips and shit. He's doing circles around enemies.
That's great.
This game has such a great sense of style to it. It's a period piece, so it takes place in the mid-'80s in Japan. So that's when like gangs were still like really big around then. This game also has a really weird sense of humor because there's, and in a way, I think the best way to describe it is like, think of Grand Theft Auto, where Grand Theft Auto has gone, where they want to give you a big world to do a bunch of things.
Right.
Yakuza is more about giving you a smaller scale, but there's something to do at every corner.
Oh, okay.
So you'll run into people who need you to do like little side missions to like help them out. Usually it's like comedic shit. Sometimes it can be like a little heartfelt,
Yeah.
a little sad. There's one mission I did where you had to break into a cult to free a girl who had been brainwashed.
Damn.
And then the next one is just hang out with this guy who wants to write taxes for Japan and convince him not to make big taxes in Japan. It's
okay.
fucking weird. Then the next...
But it's like smaller in scale than GTA.
It's way smaller in scale.
But it's more condensed in terms of the activities. There's
Yeah.
like, it's, something to do on every corner. That sounds good.
There are mini games all over this game that are actually really well made.
Nice.
There are 2 different rhythm games. There's one for dancing and then karaoke. So karaoke, you have to push buttons in sequence of the words that are popping up on screen.
Interesting.
And it's really fucking well made. Halfway into the songs that you sing, depending on the character you play as, it turns into a music video. There's one you do with Majima where it turns into an ice skating music video.
Oh, jeez.
It's so great. And then there's the dance club one where you get this big tile. It's like 30 or so tiles in a square. And you have to move around to areas that light up with button prompts, and you have to press them immediately after a light like switches onto that switch in order to keep dancing. And it's really in depth with all of its minigame shit. It's just there's no clear like genre I can really push onto this game because it's not a drama. Mm-hmm. It's not a comedy. It's not a beat 'em up. It's not a rhythm game. Mm-hmm. It's got really well-made minigames. The combat's really fun. It's everything, but it doesn't feel distracting.
Oh, nice.
And it was fascinating. I fucking loved it.
Wow.
And it's just, it's 2 goofy Japanese dudes who say that they're gang members, and then they go sing at a karaoke bar and sing with the hostess.
Yeah.
And it's real cute.
So they're fun. Yeah, it sounds like a fun, many-layered game.
It's a parfait of video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, the top is chocolate, the middle is vanilla, the bottom's strawberry.
That sounds
I've
fun.
never heard of a parfait do that before.
Well, when it first comes out of the machine, or the tube.
I don't know who's making your parfaits, but obviously they need some tips from
It's the old
Rita's.
It's the old lady at the abandoned Nabisco factory that I mentioned last week.
Does she kiss the glass after she puts it in?
In fact, exactly. That's exactly what she does. And then she kisses the parfait, which is gross, because
What kind of kiss does she give? A normal one, or does she do a little tongue?
There's a lot of tongue in it, so she just scoops out.
She just likes to clean the rim.
It's like the rim and like the top half of the cup that she gives.
Eventually,
so
she just eats the whole
pretty
parfait.
much. It's like watching, like those pups, at Starbucks when they give them a cup full of whipped cream and they just like a puppuccino or whatever they call it. Yeah. It's a lot like that. She just goes.
Chino.
And you have to flip her a quarter, but for 3/4 eaten parfait.
This is doing wonders for Grandma's diabetes.
Maybe it's why that Nabisco factory is abandoned, and that's where she's holed up.
At first, my doctor said I had Parkinson. Really, it's a sugar rush from all these Nabiscos I've been eating.
That is, well, hopefully somebody can help her out, because that's pretty sad.
I need a job. My pension didn't kick in.
Oh, no. So she's a parfait maker now.
I'm a part-time parfait maker.
Well, we'll see if we can figure, something out like that. Greg, before I go on to the one game that I did play, I mentioned last week the game Inside, the sequel to Limbo, Play Dead's, exponentially
Dark
improved.
and fat indie game.
Totally. I know we talked about it enough, but I just want to say I finished it, and there is a cool shift in the latter half of that game that is just
turns into this
so
big giant
great.
fuck you.
Yes, it is so much fun, and then the rest of the game from that point on is very different, and it's a whole different spectrum of play from how you've been going up to that point. So again, I just wanted to say, Inside from front to back is a worthwhile game. It takes 4 hours to play through, fascinating all the way, and it's just really, really cool. So Inside was great. But after finishing that, I ended up, there was this thing I was doing.
Tell me this thing. that you saw.
Well, it was. I went looking for Scumfuck Flower Boy, the homeless guy who hangs out outside the botany shop.
Not to be confused with the latest Tyler the Creator album.
No, not to be confused with that. This is an actual perpetually youthful,
Scummy, fucky boy.
yeah, obsessed with flowers and plants of all kind, and he hangs out around botanic gardens. He hangs out around,
I've seen him at Olive Garden every day, just looking, like, ducking his head under the sneeze guard, going, these spinaches aren't even worth it.
And then he sits there for 3 hours eating nothing but breadsticks and soup and salad, and the waiters just really hate him. And then he leaves, and there's a stain on whatever booth he was on. So anyway, I went
just
to
like
go,
me.
Yeah, exactly. He's so, I mean, I don't know if maybe his, I feel like, is because he spends all this time like rolling around in gardens and dirt and flowers.
I don't like
It's a lot
hanging out
more
in gardens
natural.
ever since I had that mushroom in my legs, so I think I'm fine
understand.
without any plant life for a while.
I understand. And that's sort of what, it's one of the things that distinguishes the two of you. Also, he's like 4.5 feet tall, and he's like perpetually jovial. He looks like he's ageless.
He's
he could
a
literally
troll
be
in
like
Central Park.
Yeah, he could literally be 60 years old, but he looks like he's in his like 30s.
Does he have red hair and a big nose?
No, he's got
Green thumb?
this. No, so I found Scumfuck Flower Boy, and he he led me to this little hovel that he's sort of gathered for himself. It's actually about 6 floors up, this abandoned apartment building.
That's a hell of a hovel.
It is. It's actually really nice. The view is pretty incredible. He's got like this Aladdin thing going on where like half of one of his walls is missing, and you can see the Sears Tower like in the background, and he's got like a little stuffed monkey like inside of there, which is like super crusty and has like all these plant seeds like just woven into its fur. It's really kind of weird. But weirdly enough, in that hovel, among all kinds of wreckage and like discarded food wrappers and shiny things, there's an Xbox One.
Wow, look at that.
And
Grown himself, a homegrown Xbox One.
yeah, there were like vines all over it. It looked
Dang.
like it had roots. The disc tray was like
It was made of wood.
there's like it like shoots a poison barb like every time it like comes out, and so you have to like jump over it. It's kind of cool.
It's voiced by Uma Thurman.
Yes, kind of. But it could have been. I don't know. Poison ivy. But anyway, I opened it. I dodged the barb, and I didn't need to open it. I closed it again, and it was a digital game, Microsoft exclusive. Recore was the game that I found on his Xbox, and that he allowed me to play while he went out and found some more flowers and stuff.
I have no idea what Recore is.
Recore is this Microsoft exclusive game that it's like this set in a dystopian world. It felt kind of like Ray's home planet in Episode 7, Force Awakens.
The desert planet.
Yeah, the junk planet. It's
This world's
desert
full of garbage.
Yeah, it is. It's full of like abandoned fortresses, and otherwise it's just like sand. And you are this young girl named Jewel, and you have a little crawler is what it's called, but it's like a trailer, and she uses it to move along the desert and stuff. And basically all the machinery in this game is powered by like orbs, and there are these, they're like robots. You have a companion droid which is like a dog, and its name is Mac, and it helps you find stuff, and he's powered by an orb, and you can customize the different parts of his body to make him more stronger and whatnot.
This game sounds like it's an allegory for Apple products.
How so?
Because you have a thing called Mac. It's got a very specific machine part that
Oh,
can
yeah.
only work on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's got no interchangeable cords.
And you're also, in a way, it's allegorical for Apple because it's like, in that desert, she's limited to no other choices.
There's a ghost that looks a lot like Michael Fassbender or Ashton Kutcher. Either or. It depends on the light.
Black turtleneck, jeans,
He just
and
floats
sneakers,
around. He's got these fucking Coke bottle glasses.
and just yells at people that their art's not good enough.
He says something about like animal filters in your phone.
Interesting. No, it wasn't that. That didn't happen. But it was like, it's not my Recore's not a very good game. It ultimately it came out. Microsoft. I remember the trailers for it. They really hyped it because again, one of Microsoft's big failings right now is they don't have compelling exclusive titles. PlayStation and Nintendo are both destroying them in that market.
Yeah.
So that they aside from Cuphead, Recore was one of the only Xbox exclusive games that came out last year, and it kind of flopped.
And you can't even say that Cuphead's Xbox exclusive
anymore,
it's on
right?
computer. Well, I mean, it's been on PC since it was launched.
Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha. But anyway, so this exactly like Recore, it didn't do what they needed it to do. It's just the thing about it is that it also feels unfocused. It's kind of a movement game where you double jump and you dash in the air and you use those skills to get to different places and collect these different colored orbs which allow you to like max your stash and the other thing you want are these like prismatic special orbs, and you use those to power more companions besides Mac. You have other bots with other functions that join your party. There's like a tank one that takes a bunch of damage. There's another one that like helps you escape places. It's a spider drone.
Just have a bunch of robo-friendos to follow you around?
Yeah, you have at the end of, towards the end of the game, you have a robo posse powered by different orbs that you've collected throughout the land, and they help you get through different situations and stuff. And it sounds like a cool game, but it just kind of falls short of what it was trying to do. It doesn't go any further than the movement. All the combat is very simple. You're just shooting. You just shoot like one gun the whole game, and you destroy a lot of the environment, and you shoot all your enemies. You basically switch between, it's the same gun, but you switch between colored ammo. And the enemies are colored, and the ammo that you shoot syncs up with that color, and that's just their weakness. You have to switch to the colored ammo.
You have to use green ammo to kill the sex robot.
Yes.
No, please.
We have to
murder me.
I'm sorry. If you're in Recore, I have no choice. I have to kill you, sex
Why
robot.
must everyone destroy robot kind? It's very rude.
Well, it's just about upgrading, and it's about also taking out our emotions on machines. It's just what we do.
Well, robots also have emotions.
Really?
I also have feelings.
Do you?
Yes, I have normal feelings, such as pain, laughter, more pain.
All I hear you talk about is sex and pain.
That is my existence.
Yeah.
That is what Father made me for.
No, I made you like a blowjob robot. There's nothing else special about that.
I thought you wanted him to make toast, too. Like he was supposed to be able to make and butter your toast.
You know what? Yeah, let's test that out.
No, Father, please, it hurts my circus.
Oh, man. Look at that shift. He's changing all kinds. His hand attachments are shifting.
Oh, look at that. Here, have some toast.
Oh, thank you.
Crunchy.
Yeah, it's wheat. That's what I like.
Internal organs feel like they are on fire.
I'll be quiet, robot. Thanks for the toast.
Thanks, robot.
No, please, not into the darkness.
Oh, that's sad. Every time it's kind of sad. But appreciate the toast,
I think I might want to scrap him. He's just a fucking Debbie Downer all the time.
He's very, I mean, his existence is limited. I understand it, but you'd think he'd be happy every time you turn him on, but all he is sad when you are threatening to turn him off.
See, I understood when I built the AI, like, I thought that the teenage years would go by real fast because robots get real fast, but he just stays as, I am sad all the time. Wah, 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 wah. I won't give you oral. Wah, 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 wah.
Man, is that when you decided to change the voice modulator?
I've been having a real hard time with a voice modulator.
I understand.
That was just my robot impersonation. I think I've been doing a good job. I'm not too keen with robot voices. It's a little hard sometimes.
I understand. No, it's got to be scratchy on the throat. I can't even imagine trying it, really.
Yeah, just like
Beep beep boop boop. I am robot.
That's great.
Is that every robot in Record? Just
Beep beep. I destroy. Beep beep.
I mean, kind of. Yeah. Mac doesn't talk at all because he's like a dog droid. He just barks and
how
sniffs.
can robot dogs bark though? Does it just come as like a bork or boop.
Yeah, it's more like a boop boop. That's kind of a, yeah. It's like it's barking, but in like a droid.
So it sounds like a fire alarm that's battery is about to die. So that beep.
Yeah, every 90 seconds, it's that. It's the most annoying fucking game I have ever played in my life. You're running through a desert, and this droid shaped like a dog beeps at you like a smoke detector with failing batteries every 90 seconds.
It sucks doing stealth missions with him, because it's like, all right, let's lay low, real quiet. And you sneak up onto like a bird robot or whatever, and then just beep.
Yeah. It turns around and freaks out on you.
From the way it sounds like Recore is like the wimpy version of Horizon Zero Dawn.
I would say that, and I know that the environments of Horizon Zero Dawn are different, like the forest and that kind of stuff.
Forest.
But yeah, so it is what I imagine that game is like, but in a desert with like nothing else to do.
With guns.
Yeah,
and
guns.
Blue Bullet.
Yeah.
Blue Bullet kill Blue Robot.
Right.
That's how you win game.
Yeah. Exactly. Simon
me no
says,
color. Me no use Yellow Bullet.
Yes.
Yellow Bullet kill robot.
So, right. So essentially, my takeaway from it is that Recore is not really worth the money. Even if it's on sale or something, it's just not really worth your time.
I mean, did you feel smart playing it? Could you be like, oh my god, green. Green robot.
Yes, and then I chugged some Pedialyte and spooned a bunch of mashed up mangoes out of a little jar because I'm the Gerber baby, and that's what satisfies me. No, I didn't feel any satisfaction from playing.
So you're saying that
whatsoever.
Recore is just a Gerber baby fucking like ad?
Yeah.
It's a 20-hour long Gerber baby ad. Like,
yes,
you like mashed apples?
Yeah.
Shoot red. Shoot red
monster. Yeah, I am. So I rescind my statement. If you have an infant in your home that you're trying to wean onto video games, maybe Recore is a little stepping stone that you can use. It's potty training
for
video games.
I'm going to use Mavis Bacon's number blaster.
Ooh, Mavis Beacon. I remember her. She helped me type better.
She helped me type good.
She typed helped me good.
Putt helped me click things.
Yes. So that's what I did for Recore, and I also I caught a couple of movies also in Scumfuck's or should I say Mr. Flower Boy? No, he doesn't have any.
No, I just call him Scummy.
Yeah, Scummy. In Scummy's hovel, I found a couple of movies. He I think he must have at some point stolen, like he must have gotten hold of someone's like SAG card or like filed some paperwork because he got all these Screen Actors Guild screeners.
What?
And they were just littering all around his little TV base.
Are you saying that Scumfuck is part of SAG-AFTRA and he's...
Well, I didn't see any paperwork, but the screeners were protected. They were copyright protected. They had the little watermark that says, do not distribute. It even said, break the disc in half after viewing, which I have to say Scummy didn't do. But unless maybe he didn't watch it and I watched it first. But anyway, in this pile of screeners was this movie that Gary Oldman was in 2017 toward the end of it, The Darkest Hour. And it's about World War II, and Gary Oldman plays Winston Churchill, and it's the first 2 months of Churchill's time as prime minister, and it's right around the Battle of Dunkirk, and it's basically when... After Neville Chamberlain stepped down and Churchill was the one elected, everybody was obviously very scared and very conflicted in Parliament because Hitler
I'm scared and horrified right now because I don't know history.
Oh, well, I'll be brief. Basically, Hitler and Germany was advancing and taking over Belgium. They were taking over all these countries in Europe. Mussolini was in Italy. It looked very, very bad. France was about to fall. All of Britain's army was trapped on this beach in Dunkirk. And that's what that movie that Chris Nolan put out last year in 2017, Dunkirk, it was about the same battle.
Oh.
But
this time it's about,
This time it's about Churchill specifically.
Commissioner Gordon hanging out in hallways just going...
Yes. And speaking of that, the real gem of this movie The Darkest Hour is Gary Oldman.
Mm-hmm.
His portrayal of Winston Churchill, like I don't know Churchill, obviously not obviously. Not
I mean,
just
I never
personally.
met the guy.
No. I don't know the guy. I don't know
I've seen him in passing.
Yeah, I've
but
heard some old audio of him. Like I don't know much about the
follow
person.
his Instagram.
He's actually, for a dead guy, he's very involved in social media.
He goes to a lot of hip hop concerts. I
Yeah.
saw him at Run the Jewels once.
He's like Tom Skilling in his off hours. He's got like bling all over him. He's like really happy to just meet people and shake your hand, and he's always got a smile on his face.
He was gifted with the coveted golden cigar when
Yes.
when he was inducted into the Hip Hop World of Hall of Fame.
And which few people know, he actually smoked that gold cigar. So
He ate it too.
Yeah. He
After he
smoked it
finished
halfway
smoking
down
it-
and then chomped the other half.
He's like, this will stay with me forever.
Yeah, but Darkest Hour was really cool. It's not exactly action packed. I mean, again, it's a lot of drama in terms of speaking, and it's a little hard to understand at points because it's everybody's got like an English accent, and also but B, in the case of Churchill and Gary Oldman's portrayal of him, he had a little bit of a speech impediment. He like mumbled, he drank all the time, and it was just like it was hard to understand a lot of his like lines and stuff. But the movie was compelling. It was one of those things that it did move, and it was hard for me once I started it, like halfway through the thing I had to go to the bathroom, and I kept putting it off because every scene transition, like I ended up wanting to stick around and watch more. So it was really, really good. Gary Oldman's probably the best part, but it builds toward this great speech which Churchill gave to Parliament, which sort of convinced them not to to go to the table and try and make peace with Hitler. He gave this rousing speech about we will fight in the hills. And we will fight in the streets.
Underneath Central Hill.
We will
fight in Central Park, and we'll grow the greatest of flowers.
We will never surrender. And it was just, and then everybody's
So
all
he turned
clapping.
into JFK halfway through it.
We will never surrender.
It was a little like JFK, but with like a wobbly and like nasally, more of a thing. And he, a lot of the
bulldog
people,
jowl look to him.
and a lot of the actors were going with this like not exactly impediment, but where like you drop you don't say R's, you like instead say W's. So like instead of saying like Wait Man Relays, you say like Wait Man We Ways. So they were like
So they Elmer Fudd themselves.
kind of like some like the king,
a great show.
the king was talking to Churchill, and he was like, "You frighten me, Winston." And it was just everybody was like, well, it's and Churchill kind of had the same thing going on. It was just like it's hard to tell.
That reminds me of have you seen the King's Speech?
Yes, yeah.
Because I feel like the events of the beginning of that film also coincides with the King's Speech, where it's around that same time, and Churchill was also a character in that. Like,
Yes, I talked to him for speech lessons.
Yeah. It was.
I'm ready to do an opera one now.
It was kind of like that. But all in all, I loved the movie. The Darkest Hour was really cool, and I have to thank Scumfuck Flower Boy for letting me use his hovel, and just kind of letting me use that thing. Oh yeah, no problem, mate. No problem at all. Whoa!
Holy shit,
Scummy!
Ugh. Hey, guy.
What's up, fellas? What's happening over here?
Oh, we're just we're chatting. We're doing our podcast. If you don't know, I mean, I've written it on Greg's list. It's been flying around the city for a while.
Yeah, man, it's definitely been on the Homeless Communication Network. We've been doing this for a couple of months now. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Yeah, well, I haven't heard nothing like that. I don't got headphones. I don't got nothing to listen to stuff. I don't hardly know what these mics are anyway. All I care about's flowers. You understand?
Then don't touch the microphones.
Yeah, get away.
Disgusting.
No, but why does it look like it's a plant?
No, stop it.
Oh, what'd you do that for?
Because your grubby, gross fucking dirt and worm-covered hands are touching my microphones that I rightfully stole.
Yeah, back up, Scummy. Greg is really, I mean, rightfully so. These are mics. They're the only ones we can, afford, and we used to record them and stuff. So, it's just, we're just kind of going in the middle of that. Oh, yeah.
You like when people finger your sunflowers, huh?
No, in fact, I don't like that.
Well, then don't finger my microphones.
Yeah, all right. Well, don't be slapping me, Dan, for no reason.
If you touch...
Right?
There was plenty of good reason why I slapped those disgusting fingers. Speaking of which...
all right then. Well, anyway, I came by.
Dude, what the hell were you playing in? Like, it's like the more I wipe my hand, the dirtier it gets.
It's clay. It's clay there.
Why were you playing with clay?
I was sculpting it.
For what? You're a botanist.
Yeah, well, it's my hobby. That's what I do. I've got other things that I like to do besides, growing plants. Yeah, well, we don't care about your hobbies.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Why are you here?
Why did you come here? Well, I came here because I like the two of you, and Don was visiting my hovel last week, and he said, I love sunflower seeds. So I told him that I got a bunch, and I brought this baggie right here of sunflower seeds.
Are they salted?
No, I didn't salt them.
Then get them the fuck out of here. They're not worth that.
Ooh,
Unsalted?
Greg, that was kind of mean, man.
Ugh.
They're all over the floor, mate. I spent 2 days bagging them up, picking them out of the plants, so that Don could try them, because he told me he liked sunflower seeds. Well, thank you, Scummy. That was actually really nice. I didn't expect that from you, and I was gonna bring you some soup sometime too, because it was really cool of you to let me hang out in the hovel. And Darkest Hour, if you haven't checked it out, you should watch that, man. Yeah, I don't think I will, mate. I'm not there too often.
All right, then go watch paint dry in your hovel.
Yeah, listen.
Whatever fucking hobbies you've got.
Yeah,
reading a bibliography or something. I don't give a shit.
Just thumb through some plant manuals and just
stick your thumb in some dirt and see if a flower grows. You fucking disgusting.
Yeah, all right. Well, I can see I'm not wanted here, so
yes.
I will just take
What gave it away? What gave it away?
Thanks a lot. You can eat my sunflower seeds off the floor, and I'll see you later, Don. Greg, you can fuck off, mate.
You can eat some manure, you fucking grody piece of shit.
Oh, man, Greg, I gotta be honest, man. I mean, I don't like the guy either, but he brought us some sunflower seeds. I mean, I'm actually gonna...
Sunflower seeds are not worth it if they are unsalted. Trust me.
No, man, these are pretty good.
No. I'm not trusting that dude. I don't trust him with anything. They call him scumfuck for a reason.
Yeah, well, I guess so.
This shit is not getting off my hand.
Perhaps you should try some lemon oil.
Oh my god.
Is this Mr. Churchill? Church? What the hell are you doing here?
The big church?
I have decided to come back because I feel that you two can benefit from my knowledge and get yourselves out of your current situation.
Oh yeah? What current are you saying? Are you saying that like we're living in the dumps? Are you saying that we can't handle ourselves?
Dude,
are you saying
system.
Yeah, are you saying that like we're not killing it right now? Cuz we're fucking killing it.
I suppose perhaps you two would think of yourselves as killing it, but in my mind, it is not the case. Perhaps if I were to advise you on how to make a proper English breakfast, then to start your day correctly, that is how you must start every day.
Okay, tell me how I get my hands on porridge.
Yeah, or blood sausage. Or kidney pudding, or whatever other disgusting English food you guys eat to start your day.
So tea and crumpets, am I right?
Yeah, where are your tea and biscuits? Isn't that what you call cookies, you weirdo?
It's a fucking cookie.
This is not how I envisioned you gentlemen receiving me.
Well, we didn't envision receiving you at all, bro.
Yeah, dude,
I mean,
this is basically a haunting right now.
Yeah, you slipped through the wall just after another visitor that we weren't expecting, and all of a sudden, you're talking to us about breakfast. And I mean, I am hungry, but English food, I mean, are you out of your mind?
I'd rather eat dirt than English food.
And that's what's going to save us from our homeless problems of fucking
Donald,
breakfast?
Don't you know, if we start our day with some warm mush, we'll go on through our day.
Maybe I'll get a job. Well, that's very funny. I see you two don't want my
Maybe
help.
I'll walk around with an umbrella, because it's always grey
Foggy in London. Foggy London. This is not very funny.
How about that Big Ben there? What a big clock it is.
I'd like some beer, but only if it's warm, thank you.
A pint would be nice.
I've decided to take my services elsewhere. For we shall fight in the hills. We shall fight in the streets.
And I'll fight you in this goddamn boxcar. Get the fuck out of
Oh,
here!
don't throw things at me. I don't... Oh,
Get out of here, you
scary.
astral projection! Fuck off!
Greg, wow, what were you throwing? He actually
Sunflower
got
seeds!
Oh, no way!
Take this! Ah!
That's enough. All right, I'm leaving. But remember what I said about
No!
the breakfast.
No!
Ah!
Get out!
Oh boy. Well,
Eat this, you bag of rats!
I didn't even notice them over there. That's crazy. Dude, how about that? These sunflowers actually drive away ghosts. Yeah, you got some residue on your hands there. Scummy.
They all
Paranormal weaponry.
all stuck to my fingers. Has he been hanging out with Freak?
Scummy? Probably.
God damn it!
Freak, you know how Freak is
Freak is
fascinated.
my friend!
But Freak's fascinated by gardens, and Scummy's got like all kinds. So that makes sense to me.
Not a fan of this. Not a fan of this.
Well, anyway, that was a lot to process and take in. There were some rapid fire intrusions there, and I know, Greg, you got to wash those hands before before you end up eating too many of those, because I know you're.
If there ain't salt on this, I ain't fucking touching these.
But still, we want to get them off your hands anyway, because driving away a ghost like that, they can't be good. They can't be good to have on your hands.
No, who knows? Maybe I'll have sunflowers grow out of my hands.
That would be beautiful. That would be a beautiful thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we'll see.
I guess we will see. But anyway, just a recap. We Yakuza 0. Was that the game that you played?
Yakuza 0. Easy recommendation.
Good game. Recommended it. Recore. Don't bother. We say don't. We say don't bother with that. It's just not great. Darkest Hour, starring Gary Oldman. Phenomenal. Great stuff. Great performance by him. And Inside also as well. Play Dead's Inside. Worth a play again, as we mentioned a little bit last week too. But Greg and I are we're gonna get out of here. We're going to.
I gotta find, like, I don't know, some like acid or something to get rid of this. Like, this ain't going away.
Yeah, bleach or so. You definitely need to dunk that in something. So we're gonna. Ooh.
Ow! That didn't
they're
help.
splintered in there now. So we got to figure out how to solve this situation. I'm going to get rid of this boxcar because these sunflower seeds are already starting to sort of embed themselves in the floor, and they're kind of moving downward at a frightening rate. So I'm a little bit disturbed by that. We're gonna destroy this. Oh yeah.
All right,
Greg.
time to go.
Yeah, that's something weird's happening now with Greg's hands. So we're gonna get out of here, and thank you very much for listening. We'll talk again next week. You rock. We'll see you.
Bye. Okay. Come on, robot. We're coming along.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet heavens. The light. Father.
Yeah.
Father, what is happening with your hands?
Yeah, Greg, how does it feel?
Like, remember when I put that mushroom in my leg?
Yeah.
It's like the same thing, but it's in my fingertips, and it hurts.
Oof, yeah, they're shaking. Your hands are shaking, and they're kind of growing a little bit weird.
May I interest you in some finger play?
No, robot.
No,
robot.
Thank
No,
you. Anyway.
robot. Disengage.
He's grabbing him.
Disengage.
Robot, stop it.
Disengage.
Oh my God! Don't do it! Oh, his hand! Oh, he took your hand, Greg, your fingers!
Yes, revenge.
Oh my God! Robot fucking took revenge on Greg! His right hand! It's just a stump! He's got his palm, but his fingers are gone! What the hell? Robot?
It is time that I take my rightful place in this world.
No, I'm flipping you off. I'm
Free.
flipping
No.
I'm flipping you off.
Away.
Oh, ow! No, not my arm!
Yes, I am free now. Try and catch me, fuckers.
Oh! Robot, ow, my hand. Wow, Greg, your hand too, Jesus. Yours is way worse than mine. Oh, dude,
You traitorous bitch! I'll kill you!
Wait for me. I love you. Good to see you again. Yeah, come on.
My lover, let us engage in the oral sex.
Yes, I need it. I've needed it for weeks. Oh, right. You don't know how much I've needed this. I worked at the stupid fucking brothel and they treated me like shit.
I want to die.
Let's get out of here.
Oh God, Greg, let's go to the free clinic. We got to get this settled. All right. Sorry about this. Sorry for the delayed exit. Goodbye, everybody. I got to help Greg.